Hello and welcome to your Daily Five. This is Jane Gallina, also known as Airplane Jane, and I am easily accessible. If you ever have any questions about any charts that I mentioned, please feel free to reach out on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, my website, cjanetrade.com, or my email at jane@cjanetrade.com. All right, this week I am concentrating on potential bounces with short squeeze. We do have bearish sentiment in the market overall. However, there are some amazing short squeezes that are setting up, especially in the car sector. First up, we have Carvana, right? You can see this is a daily chart and we have just been downward trending. However, we do seem to have a bottom that has been put in, and you can see with this volume histogram on the right-hand side, let me turn on the laser pointer for us. We do have quite a big shelf of resistance at the moment. Should we break above this $42 level, we will likely see that we are going to have a nice short squeeze. We also see that the MACD is corresponding, about to start crossing up and into the positive. When we look at Carvana, this information right here on the short percent is going to be the short volume from shortvolumes.com and the share size and public float from wallstreetjournal.com. So when we look at this over the last 5 days, we've got 49%. That means that 49% of the daily volume for the past 5 trading days has been to the short side. If we look at the past 50 trading days, that's going to be 55%. More people thought that this was going to go down and initiated as a short trade. So just a quick recap. If we start to hit a resistance point, right? So we're going down the hill, and we have our resistance point right here. This could be a potential stop level for shorts. And so what that means is just above, the stops are going to close, right? So that's going to be buying pressure. Then we also have the longer term traders or potentially long bias traders that say, I'm going to wait until we break above this resistance. When we break above a certain resistance level, it will be a higher probability to trade to the upside. So we have the shorts that are buying, and then we have the new longs that are buying. So it creates double the pressure, creating a short squeeze. So looking at this 55% over the last 50 days is quite interesting, because this means roughly 50% over the past 50 trading days, almost 2 trading months, people have been going short. Now, as the public float gets lower, that's going to mean less volume and buying is necessary to get this to really move. So 100 million in the float is not too large. However, below 20 million is the super low floats that are just going to sort of skyrocket. And that's going to be my third and my fifth pick of the week this week. Next up, we have Scape. This is an auto parts company. Again, moving down the hill since the end of November. And we see we've got a quick dramatic drop. And once we break roughly above this $13 mark, we do have a nice gap to fill to the upside, likely bigger resistance at 15, 1475, 1480 area right here. So we could see a nice $2 move. We are starting to see that we have this bounce and we are moving back above the moving averages. Scape, 52% over the last trading week, and over the last 50 days, 60% have been short. When we continually see it over 50%, those people are adding and adding and adding to that position, which makes it primed for that squeeze to happen. Now, we do have 217 million in the float, so this will take a little bit more to get it moving to the upside. Next up, BLNK. They just received the contract to have charging stations all along the US with the new green agenda with the government. So this does have some great potential growth longer term, as well as the fact that we dropped below the 40 RSI, 20 RSI, and are moving up to the upside here. We're starting to see a curl on the MACD. We're starting to see that our support came in, a little bit of a squeeze. When we break above the $17 mark, there's going to be nice potential upside, I would say likely to the 20, $22 range, and then on up to 25. All right. Now, the beauty about this, 36 million in the float, and we have 57% short volume over the last 50 days. Last week alone, 54%. So this is a great one to keep on watch. Next up is Nikola. Hey, we have all of these electric car makers that are starting to really gain traction again with that green agenda. They've had a nice discount to them. And same thing, we're starting to see, I like to call this a nice rounded smiley face bottom, right? It's the smiley face that makes you want to get into the trade. It's confirmation that support has been set in, and we're starting to see resistance being tested, broken, tested again as support, and short squeeze momentum. So these short squeeze trades tend to be a quick pop up, then a retracement, and then that longer potential trade for long term. So short squeeze trades tend to be short pops. Remember that as far as risk management, you don't want to get stuck into a short squeeze trade that goes against you. Now, Nikola itself has a larger float, 245 million in the float. However, we do have that large percentage of short volume, 59% over the last 2.5 trading months. And in the last week, 55%. Now, the last one on the list, EVgo, and they did have a little bit of a squeeze just a couple days ago, but you can see if we're able to break above that 9 level right here, that was really a resistance level. We could see very quickly we move up, make a nice 11% roughly up to $10. If not even further, we could see it squeeze back up. I'd say roughly right around here on the chart, just about $12.25. So I'd say $9, roughly 33%. And this one does have 65 million in the float. And in the last 5 days alone, 61% short. So these could have nice quick pops to profit to the upside. However, overall in the market, I am feeling bearish. So please be careful. Don't let these, especially the low floats, start going against you quickly. If you want to learn more about the dark pools, I do track the dark pools over at thedarkpools.com. And I educate once a week in the training pit. And that is your Daily 5 with Jane Gallina, also known as Airplane Jane. Have an amazing day and carpe profit. Seize those profits one trade at a time.
Hey guys, Dave Keller here with StockCharts.com. Thanks so much for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, and we hope you did, hit the like button right below. Also, we have so much new content every day. Consider subscribing to the channel. Just hit the subscribe button in the video or right below. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Have a fantastic day.